Welcome to Pleasant Grove Sports Network's coverage of the Pleasant Grove Vikings versus the Red Rock Dragon ACL surgery. Mickelson's played crucial minutes for them this year, and they will likely replace his production with senior Chase Chandler, and Mac Murdoch will likely get increased minutes. The Vikings' projected starting lineup is Mekhi Peterson, Michael Mitten, Chase Chandler, Isaac Garrett, and Braun Roberts. Braun Roberts was hot from 3 last week. He went 4 for 5 in the first half from 3. He didn't attempt another one the rest of the game. And the Vikings played well defensively, as they have been lately. So expect the Vikings to play a close game. They're not likely to win, but we always hope for a win for our Vikings. They're looking to keep their current 2-game winning streak going with their 3rd game in 4 days. Also playing with the loss of teammate Riker Mickelson to the ACL injury. Michael Mitten has been a big player for the Vikings this season, scoring 10-plus points in the majority of their games and being an anchor on the court most of the game. Isaac Garrett's been getting into foul trouble lately. He's had to sit out a couple quarters of recent games. We'll see if he tries to stay out of that foul trouble today or if they keep him playing aggressive on defense. The Vikings have had block party after block party this season. They've been denying teams down low, and it looks like they won't be able to do that as much this game. Doral Academy's got a small team, but they're good. Unknown heights for the Dragons' tallest player is 6'11". Vikings also have a 6'11", Braun Roberts. He wears number 42. Besides that, they've got 6'8", 2 6'7", a 6'6", 6'5", and then their shortest player is 5'9". That's Jace Aquinagok. The Vikings' shortest player is also 5'9", Landon Wellman. We've only seen him a couple minutes this season against Davis, in which he played garbage time minutes. So under 2 minutes to go until we'll tip. Once again, Vikings looking to get above 500. It's fun to see players get involved. Some high-scoring games today. This tournament has been going on for a couple hours now, and they will continue after this ball game. Vikings were supposed to tip at 1 o'clock. They're about 20 minutes late already, and there's now 10 seconds until they'll announce starting lineups. So expect a hard-fought, good game today between the Vikings and the Dragons, as that's the buzzer, so teams will get ready to tip off as they break their huddle. The Vikings come out with Mekhi Peterson, a 6'3" junior. Michael Mitten playing point guard, 6'4" senior, as well as Chase Chandler, a 6'4" senior guard, Isaac Garrett, a 6'8" senior forward, and Braun Roberts, the 6'11" senior forward. As those 5 are the main getting ready, Colby Dean, the 6'8" senior, expected to be an early check-in for the Vikings as a replacement for Roberts or Garrett, depending on how the game's going. He was also quick to warm up for them, as they give the teams what looks like more time as they're back on the court warming up. There's no time on the game clock to show how long they'll allow these warm-ups to run. As they start to switch the scoreboard, they've added Red Rock, and they'll add the Vikings soon. Once again, still no time. We do our hardest to get that in frame and in shot. This is a holiday Hoop Fest tournament that the Vikings are playing in right now. Lehigh, a 5A school hosting the tournament. The Vikings hosted another Hoop Fest tournament earlier this season over Thanksgiving, with many, many highly ranked teams from the nation coming in. The teams that are playing in this tournament are no cakewalk. We watched the game before this. Very high scoring, very competitive ball game. We'll see if we have another one here on our hands against the Vikings and the Dragons. The game clock still says 8. It's not running, they're just still allowing both teams to warm up. So still unknown tip-off time here at the Hoop Fest tournament at Lehigh High School in Lehigh, Utah. So we just inch farther and farther away from the scheduled start time of 1 o'clock. The refs look ready. They're standing by the scorer's table all dressed. And also, no doubt, anxious to get to some basketball. And support the Lehigh Booster Club. As they announce starting lineups for both teams, where you get closer and closer game action here on PGSN. First for the visiting team, they're going to start with the Vikings lineup. The starters, number 3, Mekhi Peterson, the 6'3" junior guard, gets the start. Number 22, Michael Mitten, a 6'4" senior guard, getting the start as well. Chase Chandler, 25, 6'4" senior guard. Isaac Garrett, a 6'8" senior forward, and Braun Roberts, the 6'11" senior forward, are the starting 5 for the Vikings, just as we projected today. Starting for Doral Academy, number 1, Cameron Lawson. Number 2, Jace Aquinagok. Number 5, Cole Franklin. Number 4, Sterling Knox. And number 23, Papa Nadai. So both teams match up very similarly. Here they're both playing 6'11" seniors. And it will not be the 6'11" Viking that'll take the tip. It's Isaac Garrett, the 6'8" senior forward, against the 6'11" Dragon. We are in fact ready for some basketball. As they get ready to tip. And it's won by the Dragons. Roberts gets a block to start. Dragons get the rebound. Driving kicks it out. Guarded by Garrett. Up top now. Top of the key. Over to the curve. Deep. Gets it to the curve. Takes the three. It's no good. Almost went in as they were fighting for the rebound, but the Dragons get another offensive rebound. Their second of the ball game. As Garrett contests, and he fouls. Good defense by the Vikings to start. They just couldn't get the 2 offensive rebounds. And Garrett gets a foul called. He fouled number 1, Cameron Lawson, the senior. So he's going to take 2 free throws to start this game. We're 0-0, 40 seconds in. His first is good, so the Dragons take an early lead. As he prepares for his second. Something they have to stay away from if they want to upset the Dragons today. It's Peterson, back to Mitten. Mitten, top of the key. Right side now, gets it back to Peterson. Peterson in the corner, it's Chandler. Almost gets it into Garrett, and he stepped out of bounds. Chandler did. So it's Red Rock ball. They're up 2-0. Taking it up the court is Aquinagok. Or down low to the corner. It's Knox for 3. No good. Vikings can't grab the rebound again. It's Lawson. Over to Aquinagok. Back to Lawson. Aquinagok. Now it's Knox. Knox down low. It's Franklin. Franklin on Garrett. Can't finish. Can't grab the rebound is Roberts. And then Nadaye misses it badly. Mitten driving. And he gets swatted but fouled. Amazing block, but he went over the top. Mitten has a chance to tie it. He's going to get 2 free throws. The foul goes against Jace Aquinagok, the junior, number 2. His first shot, Mittens, is good. So a 1-point ball game as both teams have only hit free throws. Rebound Roberts. Something you didn't see there, Peterson had a great box out of Nadaye, who had the block there on Roberts. Vikings don't have a height advantage like they usually do with Roberts, the 6'11" senior. That's Franklin over to Knox. Knox drops it down low to Nadaye. Nadaye feeds a pass into Franklin. Now it's top of the key is Knox. Knox on the right side, guarded by Roberts. Jumper. No good. Rebound Roberts. Roberts shoot. Good move. Guarded. So in comes Mac Murdoch. Out goes Isaac Garrett. Or I believe it's Garrett. It's going to be Michael Mitten that comes out. So they take Mitten out early. He's playing his 3rd game in 4 days, just like the Vikings. It's Murdoch. His first shot, no good, off the front of the rim. Mackay Peterson, McKay Murdoch, Michael, no good, rebound Mitten. So Vikings keep the lead, and there's an early foul on Lawson. Murdoch was guarded by King Danchi. Oh, the lob by Mitten. He tried to get Garrett. He can't, but Murdoch ends up with the rebound after it's tipped by about 4 different Vikings. It's Peterson. Peterson, right side. Thought about taking it, doesn't. Garrett now. Step back, and he traveled. It was a beautiful step back. The Vikings traveled. 3:19 left in the first quarter. Vikings lead 5-4 on the Red Rock Academy Dragons. Sequinagok now. Guarded by Murdoch. Screened by Nadaye. Grabs it over him. Sequinagok tries to drive. It's Knox. And a beautiful feed to Nadaye. Another oop for the Dragons as Peterson inbounds to Mitten. Mitten, spin move, gets in front of him. And another travel by the Vikings. Quinnigock's going to inbound to Knox this time. Knox gets it right back. Gets to the L. Passes the L. He's guarded by Murdoch, and he made a miss. There's a mismatch down low. Dean gets back on him, and they force a miss. So now it's Mitten in the corner. Gets it to Garrett. Garrett's far from the basket. He starts to drive, left side. Finds Murdoch. Murdoch for three. No good. Dean almost grabs it. Peterson almost grabs it, but it ends up in the hands of a Dragon. Driving right side. And it's a charge. Murdoch draws it. It's Viking basketball. Murdoch's going to inbound to Mitten. Vikings down by 1 with 2:03 remaining in the first quarter. Mitten crosses the L. Finds Dean up top. Dean hands off to Garrett. Garrett drives, jumper, fakes, Mitten. It's good. Vikings take the 1-point lead. Beautiful play by the Vikings. And Quinnigock now gets it over to Franklin. Franklin to King Danchi. Quinnigock up to Knox. Knox drives on Garrett. Back foot, can't get it. Dean grabs the rebound. Gets it back to Garrett. Garrett up to Peterson. Peterson guarded by Franklin. Back to Garrett. Garrett guarded by Knox. Feeds Dean. Beautiful pass. In between two Dragon defenders, Garrett finds his man. Vikings take a 3-point lead. 1:11 left to go in the first quarter. It's a Quinnigock. Finds King. Nadaye for three. No good. Rebound Garrett. Garrett finds his man. And he's fouled. It was Mitten. Guarded by Nadaye. Nadaye is first to the ball game. 51.7 remaining. Vikings have a chance to take a 2-possession lead. As there's a timeout by the Dragons, we'll be back. Vikings lead 9-6, 51.7 remaining in the first quarter. Mitten's going to have 2 next on PGSN, your home for Pleasant Grove Sports. Vikings lead 9-6 here on PGSN, your home for Pleasant Grove Sports. We're up 51. We have 51.7 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Mitten is going to have 2 free throws. His first is good. Vikings have a 2-possession lead. Mitten's second to put the Vikings up 5 is no good. Rebound Nadaye. So now it's Dean and Roberts on the court as they take Garrett off, and Ryan Hadley is in the game for McKay Murdoch's still on. He came in for Mackay Peterson. So it's Knox driving to Quingok. That was Lawson, can't get it. Excuse me, Franklin. And it's Roberts. Gets it to Hadley. Hadley to Mitten. Mitten takes it way high. Vikings want the last shot of the quarter. Roberts now, back to Mitten, over to Hadley. Hadley cross court, finds Roberts. On one bounce, Roberts for three, no good. That's going to be the end of one. Vikings lead 10-6 after one here on PGSN, your home for Pleasant Grove Sports. We'll be back right after this. After one, Vikings lead 10-6 on Pleasant Grove Sports Network, your home for Vikings sports. Pleasant Grove's looked really good in the first quarter, holding the Dragons to only 6 off 2 Nadaye dunks and 1 jumper. Nadaye hasn't been as big of a force as we expected, the 6'11 junior for the Dragons. Excuse me, it was 2 dunks and 2 free throws, and on come the Dragons. Vikings expected soon. Vikings take the court with Dean, Roberts, Mitten, Murdoch, and Hadley, the same 5 they left it with. Murdoch inbounds to Mitten. Left side, guarded by Franklin. Hands it off to Murdoch. Murdoch finds Mitten again. Now he's guarded by Knox. Tries to find Dean. He can't. Rebound Knox. Pushes it up. That was King Danchi. And it's going to stay Dragon basketball off the hands of Murdoch. In comes Garrett. In comes Peterson. Out goes Dean. Out goes Murdoch. So the Vikings now have Hadley, Peterson, Mitten, Garrett, and Roberts as the inbound to Franklin. He finds Knox up top of the key, left side. Now at the curve, it's King Danchi, drives right hand, good move, doesn't finish. Garrett grabs the rebound. Garrett drives on Franklin, high off the backboard, no good. Rebound King Danchi, he's pushing now. Guarded by Roberts. In the corner. And he stepped out of bounds. That was King Danchi, I believe. It might have been Franklin who ended up stepping out of bounds, but it's Viking basketball with 7:11 left in the first quarter.
I forgot to put the logo in the corner. I know.
It's Peterson back to Mitten. Vikings once again playing their 3rd game in 4 days. They won the first 2. They're looking to finish 3 here. Garrett got held back, no foul called, as Mitten throws it out of bounds. With 7 left in the first half on the nose. And it's going to be King Danchi receiving the inbound from Knox. King Danchi crosses the L. Throws it over to Lawson. Now it's Franklin. Franklin drives, good move. Can't finish, foul called. He's going to get 2. So far, the thing is going wrong for both teams. Vikings haven't been able to keep the Dragons from getting offensive rebounds, and the Dragons haven't been able to finish either possessions or shots. As Franklin has a chance to make it a 1-score ball game again here with this shot. Against Timpview. We'll be back on PGSN, your home for Pleasant Grove Sports. Vikings have a 1-point lead, 10-9 with 6:40 remaining in the first half. The Dragons switch to full court defense. Vikings haven't been able to combat that lately. We'll see how they do here as the Dragons actually back off now. Chandler inbounds to Mitten. Mitten across the L. Looks like they're going to try and double guard him up top. He finds Peterson. Peterson finds Chandler. Chandler to the corner. It's Mitten. Garrett down low. He can't finish. He had a dunk. Didn't get it in. Now it's Lawson. And he gives the Dragons with McKay Murdoch, Michael Mitten, Chase Chandler, Colby Dean, Isaac Garrett, and Braun Roberts all leaving. 4 of those players started the game today. The Vikings also allowed a lot of offensive rebounds in the first quarter, got a little tighter in the second, or maybe the Dragons just started making their shots. And we'll see what they do in the second half to combat that issue. They have to get some offensive rebounds their own if they want to win this ball game. The Dragons also came out with 2 very, very, very 6'11" or taller that are causing some problems for the Vikings. Chase Chandler and Braun Roberts have both hit 3-pointers for the Vikings, very big 3-pointers, that have kept them in this ball game. See if the Vikings look to keep with the 3-point shot or fight against those tall Dragons down low. We'll have more when we come back on Pleasant Grove Sports Network, your home for Viking sports. We've got 4 minutes until tip-off for the second half here at Lehigh High School in Lehigh, Utah. Vikings trail the Dragons 25-19 after a pretty even first half, back and forth. The Dragons started to pull away at the end. It's probably a good thing the Vikings have halftime to regroup. We'll see what they do to try and combat the Dragons, who see if the Vikings can win playing small ball, shooting threes. The end of the bench. 25. As the Vikings take the court to warm up for the second half, they played Makai Peterson. Ryan Hadley gets it to Lawson. Lawson back to Quingok. Quingok thought about a deep 3. Gets it back to Lawson now. Lawson. And it's intercepted by Chandler. He fumbled, but it gets to Robert. 29-38 with a chance to make it 30. To Peterson, back to Hilliard. Drops it to Dean. Dean. Floater. It's good. 31-40. 13 left to go in this quarter, excuse me. It's Lawson. To Ndiaye. Can't find Ndiaye, but he finds Frank Lawson. Lawson, now it's Franklin. Buzzer sounds, so after... And Franklin, it looks like he was trying to get it to King Dancy, but he couldn't. And coming in now is Makai Peterson after just 50 seconds of play. He comes in for Braun Roberts.
Let's go, gather.
My producer wasn't trying. So 7-point ball game. Big possession here for the Vikings. Over to Dean. Dean to Chandler. Chandler, the arc. Finds Peterson. Peterson drops it to Dean. Guarded by Ndiaye. Floater. No good. Rebound King Danchi. As Ndiaye's walking to the other side. It's a Quingok. So now he starts jogging. It's Knox in the corner. Back up to a Quingok. To Franklin. Franklin. Good jump. Can't convert. He wanted a foul. Refs don't give it to him as Chandler gets it stolen by Franklin. He puts it up. So 42-33. Chandler just kind of ran into him. And Franklin just took it. So it's Peterson now. Vikings down 9 again. He finds Dean. Dean finds Peterson. Peterson drives. And it's stolen by Franklin again. Knox. Met at the rim. Garrett. Oh my. Garrett would not have it. And the Vikings try the big man lineup once again as in comes Robert. Out goes hey, Mitten for 3 to change the tide. And the second of the game for Ndiaye. As Garrett has to find someone, he finds Dean. That's it. Rebound Robert. And he can't finish. Ndiaye with the rebound. Franklin to Knox. To Aquinagok. Aquinagok to King Danchi. Back to Aquinagok. To Franklin. To Knox. So he's double guarded. He floats it to Franklin. Franklin drives. It's tapped in. It's an offensive goaltending. Ndiaye tried to poke it in and he gets called. A big mistake for the Dragons. It's a big mistake by a big man. As Mitten inbounds to Hadley. Mitten gets it back. Vikings with another chance. They're running out of time. Under 3 minutes left to go in this ball game. Mitten to Garrett. Garrett back to Mitten. Mitten thought about getting it to Garrett, but he fumbled. Now it's Garrett who gets it back to Mitten. Mitten drives. 17 left. We'll be back on PGSN, your home for Pleasant Grove Sports. As we welcome you back to PGSN, Vikings Ndiaye. Roberts for 3. Can't get it. Good play drawn up by Coach McAllister, and now there's another fight for it on the ground. Mitten comes up with it to Garrett. Back to Mitten. Wide open lane. Mitten's second is no good. Garrett can't grab the rebound. It's grabbed by Aquinagok. As the Vikings are starting to press. It's Garrett now. Guarding Knox. Knox outruns him. Aquinagok holds it. Under 2 left to play. Guarded by Mitten. So he has a lane. Tries to float it to Ndiaye, and he does. 8-point ball game. 1:45 left. Vikings hopes starting to slip away. Mitten to Garrett. Garrett fumbles with it. Gets it to Peterson. Peterson drives to Roberts. Roberts to Garrett. Garrett to Chandler. Chandler for 3. It's good. 5-point ball game. Vikings still in it. Timeout PG. We'll stay with you for this. 83 seconds remaining. Vikings still have a chance. Still competitive. Still in this ball game. Big 3 by Chandler. They're going to have to come up big defensively. Watching Ndiaye. Aquinagok has looked scared to attack. He's mostly just been passing. So looking at Knox and Ndiaye is the biggest. And looking at Ndiaye. Ndiaye back to Aquinagok. Floats it to... It's Knox now. To Aquinagok. Aquinagok. And the Vikings finally foul with 6 on the shot clock. Next game, excuse me. And is 1. And a foul, a whistle's blown. 1. So Chandler's going to inbound. Down 5. Mitten takes it. Guarded by Franklin to Garrett. Garrett to Peterson. Peterson for 3. He hits it! We've got a 2-point ball game. 37.6 remaining. We'll be back with crunch time on PGSN, your home for Viking sports, right after. foul. The Vikings needed him to foul, and he did it. So he's out of the game for a possible... Sinks his first. It's a 5-point ball game. 10 seconds flat on the clock. And Quingok's second and final line. 6-point deficit.